Hey spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and welcome to Let's Play Civilization 6 as the Papal Empire. Now we've already done the setup, and it looks like, I think we've spawned... No, I don't think we've spawned anywhere particularly interesting. So let's have an old look at where we are. Is this a good location to settle? I think it is a pretty decent location to settle. We will pick up stone, which is quite good. Yeah, so I'm going to drop this city in place. The very first thing we're going to do is, I would like to, it seems like they've changed the angle of the screen or something. I would like it to be more tilted upwards, but I don't think I can do that. I would like to tilt it up, but I will just live with it the way it is. It's a little bit annoying. Yeah, I would like it to be tilted like this, but it's not tilted like this for some reason. So, what are we going to get started with? I'm thinking the standard building of a scout. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try something new. I'm going to go for slingers instead of scouts. And then I'm going to do a little bit of exploring with this warrior, just doing a little bit of circle around myself. Research-wise, we are going to be rushing astrology because we're doing a religious game, and we really need to get a great prophet. Now, we do have +1 great prophet point per turn, I think, as the Papal States, or at least we should, if the civilization bonuses are working correctly, and there it is, we are indeed making +1 great prophet point per turn. So, we're going to do a little bit of exploring with this warrior just to get a good knowledge of the surrounding area. Alrighty, looking okay. I think I'll go up onto this hill here. Should give me a good bit of knowledge, and then I can scooch around here like that. We'll go next turn, and then I'll send my slinger out to go the opposite way. So we unfortunately have not found a natural wonder. Well, that's not the end of the world. I'm going to go to this tile. Now, we have finished a slinger. So we could rush a monument. We could rush a builder. We don't really... We aren't going to have the technology to... We aren't going to really have the technology to make... Well, the monument could be good. We aren't really going to have the technology to make anything with our builder yet. So what I might do is I'm going to grab a second slinger here. I think a second slinger because we can get the archery, the boost for archery, much easier if we have 2 slingers. Okay, I'm going to bring this warrior up onto this jungle hill. And we did indeed find some barbarians. I'm going to send my second slinger up this way to slowly start whittling away at that. The first slinger I will do some exploring with my next turn. I'm going to shoot this guy just to soften him up. I'm going to bring this guy back down because I want to try and find places to settle. So we've got our second slinger here.
It is not wisdom, but authority.
So I'm going to send him up to this direction. I actually changed my mind. I need to do a little bit more exploring around my capital city to get some knowledge of the land. Okay, so we built 2 slingers. So we just want to kind of sink 1 turn into something, and we'll sink 1 turn into a builder before we start getting our holy site. You know what I might do? I might sink 1 turn into a settler. Yeah, I think I'll sink 1 turn into a settler, and then we're going to want to grab early empire pretty quick. So I'm going to pick up... Well, foreign trade would give me melee and range unit production. I'll go craftsmanship into early empire. I think that's a reasonable thing to do. I'm going to take the +1 production in all cities, although I will need to found a pantheon, so I'm going to take the +1 faith and +1 gold. Purely for that reason is I need the faith to get a pantheon. I'm also going to grab the +5 combat unit strength when fighting barbarians. Doing some more exploring. Okay, we just finished astrology, so we can now go into Rome, and we can go ahead and start building our holy site. Now, where we build this is going to be important. I'm thinking I'm going to stick it down over here, because this looks like a good spot for an industrial zone, and in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pin there to remind myself that that is a good spot for an industrial zone. And since we're playing with the CQ UI, we have this availability. So we're going to drop down a holy site over here, I think. Right there. I don't want to eat the mines and stuff like that. So I'm going to put that to the top of the queue. That should only take 5 turns to do. So if we have a look around here, our major things that we want to improve are quarries. So let's go ahead and we're going to grab mining to be able to do that. So we'll do that. Then we'll grab this warrior and we'll keep exploring. So we also found irrigation. So what's my first luxury that I'm going to be going for? Probably irrigation. So I'm going to grab the stone and stuff like that. And then I'm going to want to go for irrigation. And I think I will go like this to irrigation to be able to get my first luxury online. Looks like there's a little bit of a desert down here. I'm not really a huge fan of rushing Petra on Deity. So we might skip on that since we are playing on very, very standard rules. I'm going to scooch forward here and hit this spearman. This unit has fairly decent combat strength, so it should be able to survive a hit. So Harold, we found Harold. Would you like to sample our nearby city? I'm going to hit him again, and then I will heal that thing next turn. So I feel like I have a fairly good knowledge of the surrounding terrain, so I can go deal with this barbarian encampment with this slinger. I'm kind of hoping to get a kill so that I get the archery boost. That's pretty much what I'm looking for. So if I get the kill here with this slinger, I won't need to go and kill this. Oh, looks like there is a city-state over here that I want to meet, and it looks like it might be a religious one, which would actually be super duper good if I could pull that off. So I'm going to hit this guy. And there we go, we got the boost for archery, that's really good. So let me get up onto this hill. Are we the first to meet it? We are not the first to meet it, which is not ideal. He wants me to recruit a great scientist. That will happen at some point, perhaps. So we found Norway. A little bit scary. All right, we finished it's an honor to meet you. Exchanging information of our capitals is a great idea. So we found Australia is way down there. Now we have to be careful of Australia because Australia has a nasty habit of running away with the game. I'm gonna move this guy over here and we're gonna take the +5 combat strength when attacking ranged or land units. So we just finished the holy site, which means we can found a religion. And we are definitely well on our way to getting first religion. Now, how much do we need? We need 12 faith to get a pantheon. So do we want to do we also want to get this, or do we want to get started on another settler? I think I do want to get a shrine at some point, and I want to get a monument, but the order in which I get these things is really really dictates a lot. I think this is the order I'm going to do it in. And then I will get another settler. No, I'm going to get the shrine first. And that'll be that for now. Keep doing some exploring here. I have no idea what that is. That looks like it might be a great prophet or something. Which would be really interesting if they were able to found theirs first.
Dogs look up to us. Cats look down on us. Pigs treat us as equals.
So I need to try and kill this scout over here so he doesn't spawn a bunch of barbarians on me. So I think we have a pretty good scouting information about where we want to settle. I'm thinking we're definitely going to put a city over here, so that's going to be a pinned location. It's not amazing, but the main advantage is it's on the river and it's near my capital, so it forms a nice defensive wall. So I am going to put a pin there, and that is going to be a city location. Mainly because it's an early game river city. It might not be the very first one that we settle, but it will be one that we do settle. I'm also going to want to settle up here probably. I'm thinking around maybe this. 1, 2, 3. Maybe here would be a good location. So that's the place we're going to stick a pin down there as a potential city location. and then we'll kind of do a little bit more analysis as we move on. I'm gonna start bringing this slinger back to defend my territory. I think I have good knowledge of general stuff, but I need to be very careful in case this Norway guy decides to try to pillage me. I'm gonna do a little bit more exploring with my warrior. I'm gonna come back around down here. I need to get some exploration done on these edges. He already has archers, which is kind of worrying. But we should be able to, yeah, it looks he's looking to get aggressive here.
Must feel happy in the good potter's hand.
So I'm going to move forward and then attack. And then this warrior is going to start making his way down and around back. So this is kind of scary.
Skill without imagination is craftsmanship. And
So I want to
many useful objects.
block here
Picnic baskets.
if I can. Oh, there was a forest there, right? I didn't realize that. So when you get into the city, go into alert mode. We're going to move over this way. So it looks like there is potentially a city over here, but we want to be careful how we do things. So we finished the shrine. We're going to take up the level here. Move this warrior over. We can choose a pantheon now. So the pantheon that we choose is going to be pretty important. I'm thinking a lot of faith here. We could get some extra quarries. Some early game quarries here could be really useful. So I think that's actually a perfectly reasonable pantheon to grab. So I'm going to grab the +1 amenity from Holy Site things, but I'm going to grab the +2 faith from quarries here. It doesn't help me immediately, but it will help me in the very short future. So it looks like he managed to kill that. Okay, this is terrifying. So I'm going to be founding a religion, and the big things I'm going to be doing is, since we are the Papal States, we will be founding Catholicism. It looks like someone else founded a religion, and it looks like it was Norway. So I'm going to found Catholicism. And the big thing that we're going to be choosing here is shrines and temples +1 housing. Oh man, a lot of these beliefs don't seem very good. I'm thinking the extra food, the extra growth could be really good. And then I want the cheaper missionaries and stuff. But Defender of the Faith. Yeah, I think I'm going to take Defender of the Faith, just to keep me safe here. Because this looks like an aggressive action. I'm going to send one envoy to Armagh to get the extra faith out of him. Armagh. Yeah, this is kind of worrying. I'm going to link these two guys up. Do I even go for the builder here? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start building a slinger. I think I might have already ended the turn. Let me go in here. It won't let me change things. Now can I... It won't let me add things to the... Oh, I had the build queue hidden. Oh, Jesus. Clean this out real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna want slingers. I haven't invested any time. Yeah, I'm gonna grab some warriors too. Another warrior and a slinger. Cause this is really worrying. The number of units he's sending in my direction. I'm going to unlink these. I'm gonna move this guy back. I'm gonna move you here. I'm gonna move the settler across. You're gonna fortify in position. We will have a second settler now. See, this is like really worrying. We're going to go ahead and start researching archery because it's important. I'm expecting him to declare war on me any moment now. Moving across. And there it is. Okay, so surviving this is going to be tough. Get this guy into this position. And you stay fortified there. Alright, we're going to need to start softening these guys up. Now I could focus fire, or I could start hurting this archer. I think I'm going to focus fire. Just to try and get through these couple of turns.
May the forces of evil become confused while your arrow is on its way to the target.
Okay, I'm going to move the slinger to here. Then I'm going to upgrade it. I'm going to upgrade this slinger. I'm going to settle this city. I'm going to have the warrior stay fortified. I'm going to delete this pin. We're going to start work on some warriors. I'm hoping the city will keep us safe. Probably the big thing to work on here is masonry to get walls up. We're going to need more units. I'm thinking more archers. Maybe a warrior or two as well. Archers and warriors are the things we're going to need. So I'll go archer, warrior, builder. So this early combat with Norway is kind of worrying. I can get a slam here on this archer and soften him up. So he did a little bit of damage to the city, but that's not the end of the world. Keep damaging here. I'm going to level you up to get you healed. I'm going to fortify this guy to heal him up. So it looks like they kind of abandoned the attack here. So I might move him in here to see if he'll absorb a hit. They went for that scout. Yeah, they're starting to hit my city now. So we're going to want to wipe out a couple of these marauding warriors. Okay, looks like we held it off pretty well. Combat from oligarchy. So if you fortify here, you might be able to draw them in to attack you. Then we're going to go next turn. Okay, that worked like a charm. Our knowledge of machinery has advanced. We can start to... I would like to shoot this archer. Then shoot here. Then I will move the warrior out and then I can shoot here. So it looks like we have held off the Norwegian attack for now. You're going to get leveled up with the +7 combat strength and against melee and ranged units, which is going to keep you nice and safe from these guys. They should hurt themselves slamming into you again. Good news, good news. And then that should open up the good vibe potential for me to do some shooting here. Move this guy over. You can start moving out with these units. You're going to get leveled up here to Arrow Storm, which makes you an even better killer of units. I think this one's going to take the emplacement for shooting the cities.
It was luxuries like air conditioning that brought down the Roman Empire. With air conditioning, their windows were shut.
Okay.
They couldn't hear the barbarians coming.
So, looks like we've held it off. I'm going to shoot with this guy because I want to get some experience on him, but I'm also going to shoot with this guy because I want experience on him. And we're going to move out with our warrior and then move out with our archer. You're going to sit here and rest. I can get new civics. So we just got early empire. I'm going to... I had meant to switch this out a while ago. I'm going to switch to production towards settlers. And off the back of pushing into Norway, we're going to start making new settlers. Okay, and then we're going to go for political philosophy. We didn't really get much scouting done on this map, but I'm hoping to make up for that later with missionaries. Speaking of which, how close am I to being able to faith purchase missionary? Quite a bit away. I'm going to attack this archer. I'm going to move up onto this hill. You're going to move forward and then get a promotion. Tortoise to protect you. You're going to move forward. And you're going to move forward as well. Okay, and then we're going to go next turn. Okay, so this particular archer over here is pretty hungry for this guy's sauce. And then we'll kill with this warrior, and that should level up the warrior. Then we will level up this archer with garrison. This archer will shoot here, and this warrior will do a tap of damage. We'll move this archer like this. I'm going to choose research. So we're probably going to want to get a campus here fairly soon because I think we're already falling behind in science in a big way because of this. Yep, that's true. Alright, great. So we got our builder. We can finally get our quarries out. We'll be also getting that quarry out, and we'll be... Hopefully we're growing to that, and then we'll get that online fairly soon here because we are low on amenities. I'm thinking... What could I squeeze out here to do good work? So how many turns until I get writing? I'm thinking I could either do a monument or a granary here. And we are amenity and housing blocked, so I think it's safe to go for the monument. No, settlers. I need settlers. Okay, we got another warrior out of this city. You know what you're going to do? I'm going to try something crazy. I've never done this before, but I'm going to try building a settler with a second city. I'm going to have you rest a little bit, and you're going to move a tile and then take a promotion of tortoise. And move some of these units along a little bit. Next turn. We're just going to push into Norway, see if we can pillage some of the land. So it looks like he wants to make peace, and he's going to give me a luxury and a bunch of gold. I will accept this peace because it's going to allow me to focus back on internal affairs like settling and stuff like that. I can go explore over here now.
Human condition to want to share things. Thoughts.
For example, I will sell... You have garrison, so I'm going to send you to defend our territory. And you also have that. You're fairly upgraded, so I'm going to keep you safe. I'm going to have you go explore over here, and then I'm going to go have you explore over here. So I'm doing a little bit of exploration with these units, since we can realign ourselves from the war. Okay, we are definitely going to want to pick up currency at some point. Yes. Political philosophy into theology is what we want to do. Yeah, political philosophy into theology. I'm going to actually purchase a monument here. No, I'll purchase it. This city already has a bit of extra culture, so I'm going to purchase a monument over here. It will help this city grow a little bit quicker. Builder, get into that tile. Choose research. So that means probably it'd be a good idea to reveal iron so that we can get better tiles. The watermill could also be pretty useful. I don't really have a whole lot of wheat in my empire, so I'm not super sold on getting that early. I think it could just be worth it to go ahead and grab bronze working into currency. Bronze working so that we can chop the rainforest and reveal iron. So I'm going to do a little bit of exploring over here, see if maybe I can contest Norway. He's going to be annoying with his religion stuff. So it looks like he settled a bunch over here. I'm going to get another quarry online here, because that's going to give me some really, really good tiles to work. I'm going to lock those in because they're decent. And the builder's going to go get that amenity online, because I'm kind of starved for amenities. And there's another one over here, and I'll be able to trade that to someone. These guys are a little bit upset with me, but maybe I should have tried harder to build a relationship with them. So go ahead and run over there. You just wait one turn, and then next turn. So I think he might be going to go over there and kill Armagh. So I'm going to link these up with this archer. Now it wants me to settle there, but I'm thinking over here is a better spot. And again, we are going to want another settler. So I'm going to pull back this warrior over here. Doing a little bit of scouting in Norway. Yeah, you're heading up over there. That's the way I want you to go. I could settle some of this land over here as buffer cities. You scooch your way over there. Or you sit in this city. And you're going to just hang out in between my two cities as a defensive unit for now. So it looks like he spread Protestantism. Which is a little bit annoying. I am going to have to probably purchase. I can't actually get to... Oh, here it is. I am going to purchase a missionary here. To act as a defender here. So if we look at the religious victory, we are on the toil here. He's making so much faith, it's crazy. I'm not quite the weakest though. So, you're going to just stay into alert here. And you're going to go into alert here as well. Unit needs orders. Yep, keep exploring over here. Skip your turn. Next turn. I am Mavemba Nzinga. It is an honor to greet you. Exchanging information on our capitals. So, Congo is over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and make friends with the Congo. So I'm going to send you a delegation. And then also I'm going to send my missionary pretty much straight over there. Getting the Congo on my side from a religious standpoint early might be very good. I'm going to drop the plantation, which is good. I am going to need another builder here fairly soon because I have a lot of tiles that need improving. I'm going to move this warrior up over here. I'm doing a little bit of exploration. It looks like I spawned inside the center of the coast, which has upsides and downsides. The downsides is that I can be attacked from every direction. The upside is that I can go in any direction and convert people's cities.
Bronze is the mirror of the form, wine of the mind.
So just doing a little bit of movement over here. I want to avoid those guys if I can. I'm going to want to actually send a... So if I'm settling here, if I'm settling in this position, then I'll also want to settle over here. Let me link these two guys up. Rome. Let's keep making settlers for the early game. Well, I could really use a campus. So why don't we stop for a quick campus? Yeah, I'm going to do a quick campus over here. Move this guy over. I also need to get my trader online, which will probably be done by this city. And then you'll also be getting a builder. Next turn. Unit needs orders. Okay, going to move you along, and that's that for that turn. So Congo is expanding. I need to start grabbing land here pretty quick. Do some damage to him. See if we can't get away from these guys. Ugh, a lot of barbarians over here. I swear to God, like the AI, it does that thing. It does that thing where it stands in your way, and it's really fucking obnoxious. I want to see if I can scout up this way a little bit. Alright, I think I've done enough scouting over here to know what I'm doing next turn. So I'm going to start bringing these units back in case Norway starts to get ideas. Okay, we cleared out that barbarian encampment. That's actually really bad, that guy there. I'm going to pull this missionary back. It's like the AI knows I want to spread to the Congo. Like, honestly, it's ridiculous. Go scooch up here. Looks good. I'm going to send you just a little bit further, and then I'm going to bring you home. We found a tribal village. That would be really nice to grab. I am going to send a envoy to Antananarivo because I want the +2 culture. Okay, now we have a few envoys because there has been some religions founded. I'm going to settle right here. And then I'm going to delete that pin. So where are my next cities? I'm thinking a city over here would be good. So I'm going to drop a pin there. And then we will set this to be this. I'm going to drop a pin here as well. that will be my city center. Oh, you should be a city center pin. Okay. So in Pontecorvo, what are we gonna do? We could rush a holy site. Probably the best thing is just to get a monument to help us grow a little bit, and then we'll have a look at that city. So I think I'm going to call that an end to this episode. I want to thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. Please remember to subscribe if you want to see more from me. Remember to leave a like if you want to directly support the channel, and leave a comment if you want to give me your feedback. Other than that, I want to say I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.